Hello and thank you for joining me to see my little alien wood burner. I've seen a few of these on YouTube and I was really impressed with them, so I decided I was going to make one. I got the gas cylinder off eBay for £8 and I got some welding rods, so with the steel and everything else, which I'll come back to, it cost me about £20, so I was really pleased with that. Now I must say that most of the steel that I used on this, I got it for freebies. When I was clearing the garage out, somebody said, "Do you want that steel?" So yeah, I grabbed it. I've done a lot of projects with it and I'm still using it on different bits. A lot of these trim bits from an old gate they had lying around, so chopped it up and used the steel off that. Well, getting back to the chimney, it's a 2-inch box section, two of them just tack welded together, and it's 3 foot long. The top hot plate, that was a piece of half-inch plate steel that I had lying around the garage, so I used that for the hot plate. The actual door, I want to go for the alien theme because I like the look of it, but you'll notice in one of these stills after the video the eyes were open. It gives a good effect, but I decided that the bits are cut out with the jigsaw, I wanted them back in to give less of an effect, so I just made a couple of spacers up. You still get a bit of effect, but I think it's a nicer look. And while we got the door open, that's a bit of oak we had in the garage. Turn that down. The ferrule is 22mm water pipe. Just got a piece out, stick it on. I've used this twice. I'll fired it up twice, and both times it's been hot. This has barely got warm, this little handle device here. That was before I put the wooden piece on, and I thought, well, try a bit of oak. If it doesn't work, use something else, but I think it'll be okay. I don't think it'll get too hot. Right, getting back to the door, the hinge section here started life as just ordinary hinges like that, and I don't like the holes, the effect, you know, dabbing them full of weld and all this, so I just cut them down and make it a nice slimmer fit, which works well. But looking at it, I'm not really happy with that. I think I'll make a pair of bullet hinges at some stage, and I'll put another video up so you can see the result, because I want to do a bit of cooking on this thing, so I can put both things together. You can have a look at that. Now these trims are all made of gate bits like this, sort of straighten out and bend around where we want. Say they were all free, these things, so it wasn't a problem to use all those. Now I've done this round the side to cover that gap. I don't like that gap that you see on some of the stoves where you can see the flames through. There's nothing wrong with it, but it just didn't suit me. And on the back I've even put a piece, another trim there, which actually folds round inside the cylinder and keeps the heat and the flames and the sparks off the hinges itself. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing I don't know, but it seems to do the job. Now if we go inside, before I do anything else, just want to point out this little gadget. Now a lot of the wood burners, they have brilliant systems for regulating the airflow inside the wood burner itself. Nothing wrong with them, but there's a lot of work to actually make them. So I wanted something simple, so I came up with this. This is just steel blanks. You have 2 of them. You'll see the other one is made to this a bit later on. We just put a bit of hard on. There's a hole in the bottom of the wood burner. That's a 3-inch blank. The hole in the bottom is 2 3/4. That just goes in there and it seals the hole up. So when you get any air in there, you just move it around to suit yourself. It does work really effectively, and for the time it took me to make it, it's well worth doing. If you want a simple thing to make for regulating the air, you don't have to be messing about and doing sliders and holes here and all sorts of things, go for that. So that's that. Now if we get back to the inside of it, I've done another separate little video at the end where I'm explaining about the baffle system that I employed in the top, so I'll leave that for the time being, and also the mounting lugs inside. Now this is a grate that I made. Again, this is made out of the bits off the gates, and it's just round bar and inch flat bar, and it's all welded together. I just used a bit of wood spacer to keep that uniform. I wanted quite a tight grate because I didn't want to have big gaps, so you get your lumps of charcoal and things falling through. You know, so I wanted to burn as efficiently as I could the fuel that I was putting in there. So I came up with this grate. So that just goes in there. That's its twin brother. And there you go, really efficient grate. It does work well. Dead pleased with that. These will actually, obviously, they could come out because it just went in, but they go in the bottom as well. So if you've got bigger lumps of wood that you want to burn, to give it a bit more room in there, you can put these in the bottom and do without the ash pan. Just got a couple of round bars in there for the ash pan to go on, which we'll do that now. So that's the ash pan. Now it does work very well. It does get, I'd say, at least about 80% of the ash and the rubbish that falls down off the grate for emptying. The bits that get left behind, you can just sweep them out when you've got the valve out the bottom there. Onto the tray. Well, it's not being used as an ash can itself. You can use that to stick your wood or your fuel or whatever else you want on there. And a little accessory that. Right, so the hot plate is for my little pan. Now I make bacon butties on these and it works out really well. I did find sometimes the heat of it can get a little bit severe, so I made a little diffuser ring and that does knock the heat down quite a bit, so that works okay. No problems there at all. So in the next video I'm going to do a little bit of bacon butty making and a couple of other foods, so you can have a look at it and see what you think anyway. Just while we're talking about the stove for a minute, these little flying saucers, I actually made those out of the base ring of the cylinder. Now it's worth keeping. I don't chuck that away as soon as you cut it off, because like I say, I made the flying saucer because it's got a nice curve that way and that way. Really great. But when you're doing any work on this, if you want to work underneath or top, it makes a good mount to stick on there. Good base, stops it flopping all over the place. It's not perfect, but it does save you chasing your project around the floor. So worth keeping all that. Right, the next thing, just while we're thinking about it, this is a bit of the steel that I used, inch steel. But if you're doing any welding, putting things together, one of these is an absolute godsend. Little magnetic right angle piece. It's ideal for holding bits while you weld them up. I use that for the little lugs inside for the grill, so well worth having. Another thing that's well worth having is one of these. I made this donkeys years ago. I think this is as old as I am. I think I made this when I was about 3, and it's just stick that in the vise, 2 bolts, welded at the back, a bit of angle iron to do all your bending of this business, and also pieces like that. Works really well. If the gap's too wide, just stick a bit of flat bar in there to narrow it down. And again, an absolute godsend to have one of those things. Right, brings me to my little friend here. What on earth's that he's saying? Well, that goes on there. An absolute must to go outside any man cave on these cold autumn nights when you're having your beer and you're getting a bit cold. You can stick your beer on there to keep it a bit warm. I know what you're thinking. You don't warm your beer. Good thinking. Get rid of that. It's not for that at all. What it's actually for, if you fancy a baked potato while you're sat outside on a nice autumn night, bung it in there, and within about an hour or so you've got a nice baked potato. So I know what you're thinking. I don't like baked potatoes. Okay. Brings me to my little friend here. Another little attachment that goes on there. Fancy a pizza? There you go. Stick your pizza on. There you go. Pizza, about 10 minutes. And we're dining. Don't want a pizza? No pleasing some people. There you go. Stick your favourite pie on there. Bung that in there for about half an hour. And again, with your not warm beer and a pie, you'll be away. And the other thing Well, the last thing, should I say, is my little pound fork that I got from Aldi. Now, who doesn't like a nice warm crumpet? Autumn nights or winter nights, guess where I'll be. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, it's just the interior detail of the baffle system that I employed on the Alien wood burner. You can see the chimney section comes through. I just chopped 3" off the base of it there. Did that with the hacksaw and then just cleaned it up with the grinder. Just run a seam of weld down there. These 2 pieces were the offcuts from the hot plate. 2" piece here. I ground it down to fit the profile of the back and welded it all the way along. 1.5" piece on the front there, just get it back in camera, and I just welded that all the way along. And the idea being is that the gases come up and you have to deviate round and go up there, so in effect it keeps a lot of the heat inside the wood burner and also the sparks, but it's still got an escape route for your exhaust gases. The 2 times that I have used this wood burner, I've had very little smoke out the chimney and no sparks whatsoever, so I think we scored there. I think it's a good idea. This is just the grating system and the position of the mounting brackets. Just inch angle iron, 2 inches, 2 inches, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. What I did with the hot plate, I left it out till the very last. I did everything else, and that was the very last thing that I actually did was a hot plate. It allowed me to put a piece of wood across the top, piece of string from that, then down to a marker pen to mark the position of these. And say these 5, they were bang on, but this one was 1/8 of an inch higher. So rather than grind it out and start again, all I did, I just ground a little piece off the side of the grating system, and it worked and it stopped the rocking and it's fine, no problems at all.